I think you heard about Primero. This is why you are checking this video, and I want to show you something where it's hard to find, and sometimes you need this kind of information to make a decision related to Primero, to use it or not use it. It's making sense, I cannot figure it out, or something like this. You have some struggles. Let me assure you, Primero is a very good software. Even if you are not technical person, and yeah, this video is very useful for you. Maybe you are a decision maker. You need to take this consideration, using Primero or not using it. I want to show you good parts and maybe bad parts of some limitations, but also how you can overcome these limitations in this software, because yeah, you can do it. You can do amazing things, and I will compare this with others. And even if you are a developer, you can look at this and inspire for some functionality. You can do it by yourself. Okay, first let me explain you shortly what is Primero. Primero is kind of a database what solves this paperwork, and if you have lists of people and you need all the information about these people, usually this is in case management for people with some needs, disability, or refugees, or they use Primero for this kind of work, but not limited. You can use it, for example, for police. Yes, you need to have some data for your cases, for your incidents. We build it different cases with Primero in different one. Maybe I am not sure. I can mention everything, but I'll mention some of examples we used, and it worked very well for these organizations. And another case is for police. Yes, you can do it, and you can have information here for some people, and it will be secured. If your developer knows how to do it, you can find a lot of documentation about Primero. It's not a problem. You can, it's not a problem, and it's secured, and data, it's your data, and you can use it. Okay, how it also it solves like spreadsheets. You can use spreadsheets, but the limitation of a spreadsheets is if you need to give access to someone, you give access to the whole database, and this is a struggle. You can compare the Primero also with kind of a CRM system. I don't know if you heard about. If you don't heard about, don't bother to learn it. And again, roles, restrictions is a limitation. What I mean with roles and restrictions, I will explain on the spreadsheet. If you want to share only one column of information, and the other column you need to hide, maybe some sensitive information for other people, you will not be able to do it in kind of Excels. But in Primero you can do it. For example, I can show only some information, but other to hide it. Or here is the evaluate. I can open the whole information about the person, and I can hide, I don't know, IDs or documents or something like this. Or I can display information but not giving option to edit. For example, now I cannot edit this one or this one because I may not have permission for this, but I can edit other information. So this kind of roles you can set. For example, the main coordinator can edit everything, but ordinary worker will be limited to edit only the other information from the database. So this is kind of a database. You can manage everything here inside and connect to each other. So you have different features in Primero, so you definitely need to check it. And let me give you something extra what we built it, and it was very useful when you develop a Primero for next stage, when you need to grow it, like you can have it 10 or 50 or 100 thousands of people here, and you need to share some data with the government or with other organizations, whatever you may encounter in future. So you will be able to do it again with some restrictions, only to see the, I don't know, some information, but not everything. Only the name, or only the age, or only the some disability status. So they can have for statistics, for example, or for other information. So you can do it. You can share some limit information, and yeah, it's done through API, both ways. For example, if you can, you need to give them information, and they need to send you back some approvals or something, and they need to do it in their apps, in their software. You can do it. Also, an interesting thing what we built it, I told you, it's your extension or your add-on or your how to call it, your mini application inside or connected through Primero. Sometimes you want to do something and you will see a limitation. Usually it's very rare you see some limitation because it's thought of very well. It's used in so many countries and for so many organizations. Yeah, it covers almost everything. But sometimes you want to be creative and you want something very unique, and you see, okay, I'm not able to do it, something, for example, shelter, and I want to put this person in the shelter. So I click edit. I clicked from this date to this date in this shelter or for this agency. I click update, and you added this in the shelter, but you not see here how many days. So Primero will not count how many days from this day, how many days he will stay. So for this one, you can build another app. We added a button here. Click me. Let me show you another way. Yeah, I put myself here. Okay, so you can have this button, click me, and when it opens click me, it opens your application. So you don't need, or your developer don't need to learn the whole Primero and Primero language and so on. They can build in their programming language. So every developer have their unique skills and they can do it in their environment. So I have this ID, I have these dates, and it's counting, and days he will stay, it's 1 day. This is an example. You can have approval, yes, I approve, he can go, he can come, he can stay, or you can have some statistics or whatever you want to do. But if you encounter some limitation, here is how you can overcome it. To have additional button, developer will build this, and this button is also, you can connect through different roles. For example, now I'm logged with my super user, or how I will say it, in the user. We have different roles here, and based on your role, you log in Primero and use Primero to go to your app, and here I see the information I need. For example, if I can limit the view only by some agency. So this is, if you remember, we selected an agency. This is in another agencies. So I can see this information for the agency I selected. Where I selected here this agency. So I can definitely make the role of the view here only for this one, based on what I set up here on this click. So I hope it's more clear how to do it. Let me show you here agency. Maybe I didn't show it. It was not displayed. If you encounter some problems, struggles, you need help from our side, we'll be happy to help you and assist you in other things you need with Premiere. You can contact our company CreateGo, and yeah, give me or our team your creative idea, and maybe we can help you to build it or consult you how to do it. And we did multiple jobs using Premiere. And if you need any help, yeah, feel free to contact us.